Well, here it is, November 3rd, 2022. And I just brought the XR out here to the woods, just kind of have a look around. But anyway, you know, it's about 60-some degrees. It's a beautiful day. And it's just one of those days you need to get out there and see what you can see and do what you can do and just have a good time. This is one of those little, it's a blind, I think the core built for deer hunters or dove hunters or something. But anyway, I just come out here and sit. Got my survival kit, coat red, and a Slim Jim. But anyway, kind of what I'd like to say something about is a fella, and I'm assuming the guy is probably a younger guy, and he couldn't decide whether to get a 650 XL 650 or a Fat Boy Harley. And of course, you know, I told him it just depends on where you're going to ride and how you're going to ride and where you're going to ride. You know, would be a good indication of what bike you need to get. So and he takes him back there and he said most of it be interstates and street riding, so he's going to go with the Harley, which is fine. And the point is, you've always got to be kind of aware of what you've got to ride and where you can ride and what kind of style do you want to do. Me, I'm a dual sport man. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I like dirt riding, I like dual sports, I like adventure riding, and I ride the street, so I do it all. But most of the time, about 90% of my riding is dual sport. So, but anyway, with that being said, now, if I lived in an area that had more access to, we're going to say, dirt bike trails, I'd be probably doing about 40% dirt bike and 60% dual sport, okay? So it just, your area makes a big difference, and what it has to offer and the kind of riding style that you want to do makes a big difference. These are all deciding factors on the type of bike that you should get. Like I said, I'm fortunate enough that I've accumulated you know, different types of bikes, and so I've got the best of all worlds. I got my street machine, and of course I got my 710 Ray and my 650 Honda there and my XT. So I'm a fortunate person. I can do whatever I want. Plus I also have a dirt bike. But anyway, you know, it took years to accumulate them. But if you can only have one bike, then the key factors is you got to know where you can ride it and how you can ride it and what you're going to ride. Okay, so it's just something just to kind of think about. All motorcycles, I don't care who they are, I don't care who makes them, I don't care what style they are, they all give you the same sense of freedom. They all give you the same sense of adventure. They all give you the same sense of just, you know, the exhilaration of being out there by yourself on the bike. It's just you and the bike. You know, like I said, I've had what they call the sport bikes. I've had street bikes, you know, cruisers. I've had of course, dual sports, and I've had dirt bikes. You know, I've owned just a little bit of everything, and I love them all. And that's what I'm saying. But it just depends on what you got to ride. It would help decide what you get. But all bikes will give you the same feeling. All bikes will give you the same spirit of adventure, and it's kind of, I know it sounds kind of selfish, but there's something about being out there on your own bike, regardless of what style it is, and being totally alone. You are it's almost like you experience so much freedom. It's hard to express. It's something that you've got to experience. You don't, I mean, and there again, it doesn't matter what type bike you ride. It doesn't matter how you ride, whether you like to ride fast or you like to ride slow or you like to, you know, it doesn't matter. But everybody gets the same feeling on the bike. It's just a feeling you get for the freedom of a bike. I mean, that's the way it is with me. I can ride any of them, and I've rode a lot of them, but it just for me it's the freedom of the bike. It's just me and the two wheels and the motorcycle, and I just love that. So anyway, it's just a little, like I said, whenever you go to buy your bike, regardless of which kind you're leaning toward, know what you've got to ride, know where you can ride, and you know, it'll help you make the good decision. Any bike you buy, I don't care if it's one of these little, what do you call it? Hell, I don't care if it's one of these scooters. You know, if that's all you can afford, if that's all you can get for right now, then so be it. Get out there on two wheels and get that feeling that you can only get on two wheels. You know, that's kind of the way I look at it. And I don't worry about somebody making fun of me, and I don't, you know, it's like, who gives a shit? You know, it's like, because, yeah, they can make fun of you as you go by there, but they ain't with you, and they ain't feeling what you're feeling, so it doesn't matter. So whatever bike you choose, whatever set of two wheels you choose, it's great. It's just that feeling of what, the self-satisfaction and the feeling of freedom and adventure that you get on two wheels. I love motorcycles, you know, and but I also like riding alone. See, that's my choice. But you know, and if you're one of these people that don't like to ride with other people, and you know, a pack or group, it don't matter. If that's what you like, then that's what you should do. So, anyway, that's what I'm saying. Pick your bike, and if it ain't exactly what you wanted, and you're worried about somebody making fun of you, tell them to kiss off, okay? Because you know what? It ain't about them. It's all about you. You just get what you can, get what you can afford, get what suits your purpose, and you know, and go out there and have fun. Bike riding is not for everybody. I'll agree with that, but it's just something that you've got to do, and you do for yourself, okay? And there again, the only other thing that would make any difference is like if we'll say if you're married and your wife wants to ride with you, well, by all means, get you a nice comfortable bike where she can go with you. But for me, my wife doesn't ride, and I just love it when I get out there by myself. That's just, you know, that's my situation. My wife used to ride with me years ago, but she's getting older, and you know, so, and I am too, and I don't know if I can handle the weight or not with two of us. But anyway, there's a lot of deciding factors when buying your first bike or deciding what kind of bike you want. And give them all consideration and think about it quite a bit. And like I said, and then go sit on bikes, check them out, see. And one thing about it is, the heavier the bike, the better it's going to be on the road. Okay, it's going to ride better, but also the heavier the bike, the harder it's going to be to, we'll say, if you're just in town commuting from light to light. The heavier the bike, it's going to be a bear sometimes to turn the corners and hold it up and all this kind of stuff, you know. So it's just, and that's what I'm saying, consider everything that you're doing and everything, and where you're going to ride and how you're going to ride it, whether it's a commuter or, you know, you want to go from we'll say, Illinois to the Grand Canyon. You know, it's all these things considered. And then it's like me, I like to try to find something that's going to do, well, the dual purpose. You can do both. You know, it's like I rode a KLR 650 from Christiansburg, Virginia, all the way to the tail of the dragon, did the tail of the dragon, and then rode all the way back to Christiansburg, Virginia, and me and a friend of mine, and we were both on 650 KLRs. So it's like, you know, it was a great trip. So think about what you're going to do, you know, and you make the right decisions for what bike's right for you. So, and you know, first of all, don't listen to nobody else, and don't say, you know, don't listen to somebody say, oh, you need to get this, you need to get that. You get what suits you. You get what does that serves the purpose that you want. Okay, and but like I said, this guy here asked me a few questions, and I tried to answer him the best I could, and hopefully he'll be happy with his decision, which I'm sure he will. So so anyway, anybody out there, you know, remember, where you're going to ride it, how you're going to ride it, who you got to ride with, and all this kind of stuff. There's a lot of things to consider. But if, you know, like I said, if you only got a limited amount of money and you can buy some little used bike just to get you out and get started, hey, go for it. Okay? We all have to start somewhere. Anyway, hey, it's a nice day. I'll sit here and then I have to go for another ride. So anyway, ride safe, ride free.